I want to make a stupid amount of money, but I have no direction to go in. I have no idea which route I should pick. Should I do sales, a marketing agency? Nah, this guru over here told me let's go into drop shipping and ecom. This other guy saying, dude, I'm making $1 million a month off of Amazon. You're confused. You have no idea which direction you should be moving into. All of these business models seem like they're given and handed over by God Himself, saying that this is your solution out of it. Well, luckily for you, I have went through every one of these journeys. I've made millions of dollars from the majority of these business models, and I will tell you firsthand what the advantages and disadvantages are of each. And more specifically, I want to focus on the e-commerce slash drop shipping model and the marketing agency. By far, these are the two best routes for a beginner, but which one should you go in? At the end of this video, I'm going to walk you guys through what my verdict is. I'm going to show you what I'm going to recommend. But with that being said, let me handhold you across your journey with both of these routes to your first $10,000 a month. So the marketing agency and e-commerce route. When I'm saying e-com, I also mean drop shipping. I'm going to break down which one is the best one for you. Now, there's one main caveat. All of these routes work. I don't care if it's sales, if it's Amazon, drop shipping, marketing agencies, everything works. All of them have their own pros and cons. So I went to a coffee shop recently and I saw an old friend from high school. He saw me pull up in an Audio 8 and he's like, what are you doing? I told him I'm doing my own marketing agencies and I ran my own e-com brands. He said, yeah, but I heard drop shipping is a scam. I heard marketing agencies are a pain of work. Everything has pros and cons. I know I said I believe one is better than the rest, but that does not negate the other routes we're going to talk about. That does not negate the fact that there is so much work involved, but at the peak of that mountain is a better life. So beginners are still seeing successes in all of these business models in a reasonable amount of time, but each route will require a different skill set. I want to go through a quick note about my expectations. Making a boatload of money from zero is not and never will be sunshines and rainbows. I myself have gone from zero to millions of dollars, back to zero, and then back to multiple millions of dollars. And I've done this and I've ignored my health. I've ignored my mental health, but it made my dreams a reality. Now I can focus on every other bit of my life now. You are 100% going to stumble, contemplate giving up, and fight tooth and nail for this to work. Everything you want is on the other side of the nonstop trials and tribulations. Most of the people are not built for this. But if you are too stubborn to quit, you'll be ahead of 99% of people in less than a year. You will likely see 1,000 failures before you hit that one big win. And I call these inputs and outputs. It's going to take you hundreds of inputs, aka times and pieces of effort, to get your first win, aka your first dollar made out of this. It's hundreds of inputs to get your first single win. And my job is not to make it easy for you, because there's nothing easy about this, but it's to make it simplified. The vision is going to stay the same. Your strategies are going to be the only thing that's changing based off these two routes. And there are thousands of people who have failed from this. So let's go in first with the ecom brand. There's a few routes that you can take. Ecom is a journey of three main stages. I think a lot of beginners are confused based off of what drop shipping is, e-commerce is, Shopify. I had a friend recently ask me, Wiz, what is e-commerce? Is that Shopify? Shopify is the platform where you can host your e-commerce brand on. And an e-commerce brand is selling a product online. So drop shipping is the first stage. Everyone tells you that drop shipping is dead, but drop shipping isn't the business model that you marry forever. You're going to use it as a transitionary step for the next stage of the journey, which is going to be the e-com brand. Your goal for drop shipping is finding a product that is in demand, that is not based off a trend. If it works, you can take more risk. You can buy more inventory and build a brand around it. Everyone calling drop shipping a scam does not understand the main objective of it. It is to be able to test with the lowest amounts of risk and see if something's working, then you can put money behind it. Why would you go and buy 1,000 products of something that you don't even know if it's in demand? You won't do that. It's a waste of your time. Your goal with drop shipping is to have someone who already holds the product for you. You be the middleman, you market it, and then ship it from that point all the way over to your customer. It is the transitionary business model to validate. If it works, you can take more risks. You can buy that inventory. If you start from just building a brand, you're going to be spending so much money on inventory in your products. Drop shipping isn't dead. It's your testing ground. You're able to figure out the entire e-commerce ecosystem and put some money in your pocket while testing out different products. It will take you dozens and dozens of products of testing where you're going to create a store, you're going to test the product, you're going to create content around it. If it doesn't work, move on to the next. That is what dropshipping is for. Once you have that winner, the ecom brand will be phase two. An ecom brand is one that's memorable and has repeat purchases. Think about the last time you bought something online from a specific store, and you may have bought them over and over again. It could be for your skincare, it could be for some equipment that you enjoy using. You're going to keep repurchasing from the same brand because they become a brand. When you test out at the drop shipping phase, you're going to be able to take that product, you're going to be able to manipulate that product, and you're going to be able to leverage that product with being in control of the supply chain now. So people are starting to rave around your product and you're standing out. You no longer have to use cheap AliExpress products. You no longer have to use cheap AliExpress shipping times. Now you can go and work out deals with your suppliers, source the product with the best quality, and you can update the product and make small changes to it. And you can buy bulk inventory and send it into a warehouse in the US, and the shipping times are a lot less. Now people are going to remember your brand and want to keep on purchasing from you because you validated your product first. Now you're building a real brand around that product. And the last stage is retail. This is when you're going to Walmart and all those fun places and you're selling there. So let's look at the drop shipping advantages and disadvantages. For the advantages, there's low overhead costs. You can kill a product quick and test out new ones, and it's a fast way to master ecom. The disadvantages, and I want you to take note of this, is the shipping times are absolutely terrible during your first phase while you're drop shipping. The product quality usually sucks, and finding a winning product is time consuming and it's an expensive test. You might have to learn ads and run ads to and spend your own dime to start seeing some winners, and you can go dozens of stores without seeing one. Or you might have to put a ton of effort into creating content for organic social media and not see any sort of fruits for your labor. That's all a possibility. I filled at 12 stores before I had my first profitable one. You need to test dozens of products to really find a winner, which can cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in hours. And if you go through this route, you got to understand that the product has to either be a painkiller or a vitamin. A painkiller is something that solves a problem, and a vitamin is something that enhances someone's life. So, what are the skills needed? What do you have to learn to become a master at ecom? Well, this is the exact list of skills. Number one is business foundations. There's product testing, how to create an offer, and your logistics. Number two is CRO, your site setup, how to optimize your conversion rate and copywriting. Extra revenue is email marketing, SMS marketing, social media marketing, influencer marketing, and paid ads, and Facebook and TikTok, and creatives and customer support. You don't have to master every single one of these to get your foot wet inside of the industry. So when you're first starting out, you need to know product testing, you need to know offers and positioning, logistics, site setup, a little bit of email marketing, and then one of these. That's essentially it, right? Once you validate whatever the product is and it's working for you, then you can go and get into the ecom phase. But you don't need to have everything. But at scale, when you're actually building something up into an exceptional revenue range, you're going to reach this point over here where you're going to have to master everything or hire people to do it all for you. Now, let's go to the marketing agency route. A marketing agency, it's all about mastering a monetizable skill, some skill that is in demand, and offering it as a service to another business and saying, I will help you reach specific outcome. For example, I help personal brands build their social media presences into an authority. People pay me because I help people get leads from the personal brand. It's either going to help businesses make more money with the skill that you have, it's going to save businesses more time, or it solves a powerful pain point that the business is dealing with. You can sell this skill to other businesses. Clients will come in, they'll pay you thousands of dollars to help you make more money. For example, if I own an ecom brand that does $150,000 a month and I make 2% of my revenue from email marketing, and you own an email marketing agency, you'll be able to offer that as a service by poking at my pain points and understanding that the goal for my brand is to scale. So I, the ecom brand owner, would happily pay you $3,000 to $5,000 a month if you can make me $50,000 a month. If you get 5 clients paying you $5K a month, boom, you're at $25K. And running an agency is broken off into 6 main factors. There's the skills foundations, offers, prospecting, onboarding, deliverables, and optimizations. So we're going to go through each of these buckets right now. The first one is the skills foundations. There are 2 non-negotiable skills that are necessary that everyone needs to learn. Number one is copywriting. You need this skill for your agency website, for basically any service you're going to provide, you got to be able to persuade people through your words. And I will teach you how to do that by clicking the link in the description. I have an entire resource that teaches you everything you need to learn on how to start a marketing agency from scratch and every skill that you would need to start charging clients thousands of dollars. Check the link in the description. And then there's sales. Sales is a skill that will convert people who book a call with your agency on your agency's website. You cannot close people on calls for your B2B service if you're a terrible closer. You got to learn how to master skills. This is applicable in any industry. And then you're going to pair those skills up with one of the variable skills. There's web design, Facebook ads, maybe TikTok marketing, social media marketing, video editing, community management. I have a video in the description that's going to teach you guys all of the most in-demand skills of 2024. From there, you're going to have to define your offer and positioning. This is how you're going to stand out. This is exactly what your outcome is. What are you selling to people? What is the end result that you're selling to people? So if you own a community marketing agency, you're going to help people build a real brand and have people pay you month over month. If you own a Twitter marketing agency, you're going to be talking about how to generate consistent, predictable leads from your personal brand, right? You define the outcome, you define the deliverables you're providing, and I have a full video breaking this down for you too. Then there's prospecting. There are three main ways to prospect. Prospecting is all about how to get clients. That's content. That's cold emails. That's paid ads. Content is personally my favorite. I've made about $4.5 million, almost $5 million without ever using cold outreach or paid ads. And again, I've made so many videos on lead generation. You guys can click this. So onboarding is the next stage. So this is after the client pays you. It has to be as smooth as butter. Onboarding is how we kill off any sort of buyer's remorse. So the goal is to get all the information and all the assets from the client to begin the work as soon as possible. You're going to get their accesses, their branding assets, their setting the expectations, and any other assets based off of your offer. You can do this by using softwares like Zapier. After that is our deliverables. This is what we're actually offering to people. You have to define what your offers are, and you guys systemize them. Put them into a step-by-step pattern and show people, here are the steps I'm going to take to help you reach your specific outcome. And then last but not least is optimizing it, right? The objective for this stage is simple. You have to master these 6 main buckets. In comparing this to the Ecom bucket, there are dozens and dozens of skills. Here, there's only about 3 main skills, and then the rest is about creating a few systems. And you guys can probably tell that my main verdict is marketing agencies are the best route I choose. It's a low barrier of entry, and you're going to be mastering skills that are in demand. You're going to learn how to actually provide a great service to a client. You're going to get high ticket payments, which are big payments. You only need 3 to 5 clients to completely change your life. Don't get clients to pay you if you cannot guarantee results. Work for free initially to get your reps in. Very important. Practice the skill for at least 30 days by working for free, and then join the utopia to save yourself from thousands of dollars and hours of wasted work. Everything that you will ever need to build your marketing agency from complete scratch. We've helped thousands of people is inside the utopia. You can get it all for $1.50 a day. If you have any questions, guys, comment them down below, and I'll see you in the next video.